Now, can you quickly introduce yourself? Tell me about your background, your interest in pharmacovigilance. Why are you pursuing this course? Why do you want to enter into the pharmacovigilance field? And what do you think is the use? Why are we doing pharmacovigilance?
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Cliniminds-leaders. I am from Aurangabad, Maharashtra. I have completed my B Pharmacy from Sri Bhagwan College of Pharmacy in Aurangabad in 2018. I was previously working in a Gates Healthcare Solution as a medical coder. I was worked there for a 1.5 year. After that, I think that the medical coding was getting most of the auto coded, that is artificial intelligence is there, so there was no future scope. Then I heard about the pharmacovigilance and clinical research. In
Hmm.
this, we study about the new drugs. It helps in the introducing new drugs in the market, vaccines and all the biological products which are beneficial for the human beings. And by this way I can contribute my 4 years of graduation and knowledge in the well-being of the peoples.
Hmm.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
good. Yeah, that is a very good thing to say. It is definitely going to contribute. And one thing that I wanted to ask you is
Yes, sir.
how you said beneficial is pharmacovigilance then. So you can contribute definitely, but how does it contribute to the safety? What is the benefit? Why are we doing pharmacovigilance?
The pharmacovigilance is basically used for the checking the adverse drugs reactions and any adverse reaction caused by the vaccines, biological products. In this pharmacovigilance, we study the drugs and the adverse reaction. We report that adverse reaction to the various regulatory authorities and
Hmm.
company personnel so that they can improve the quality of that product, so no one going to die due to the side effects.
Hmm. Yes. And is it right to say that unless we know the risks, we cannot handle them?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So will it also be beneficial if we report the events or issues in time so as to act on it? Yes, it will
Yes,
give
sir.
enough time for the regulatory authorities to act. It will also give time for the companies to act, and it will help in decision making of the clinician and the patients.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, what is the difference between a reaction and an event? When we say adverse event or a or a adverse reaction?
An adverse
Small
event
bit.
is an untoward medical event that does not causally have a relationship with the drugs.
Yeah.
And in the adverse reaction, it is also untoward event in which the causal relationship with the drug.
Hmm. Okay. So in the reaction, there is a causal relationship, whereas in the event, we
There
may
is
or
no
may
causal
not have
relation.
a. Okay. So if I take an example that I was taking, say, a medicine and I had a reaction that I was already on minoxidil for some time, okay,
Okay.
and I started taking this antibiotic, and now suddenly my hairs are starting to fall more. Okay, I am having more hair loss. Again, I've taken this medicine for around 4 days. After that, I stopped the medication. So my hair loss reduced. Yes, my hair
Yes.
loss reduced. And then I stopped the use of that medication. I did not take it again. I went to my doctor. He said, don't take it again. So I did not take it again. Now, this case that you have heard of, will you call it a reaction or an event?
It is an adverse reaction, sir. Because
And
when
what
you
is the
start
basis?
using the drug, when you start using the drug, you start falling. You're starting falling your hairs. After you
Hmm.
stop the drug, there is a reduction in the falling of the hairs. So it
Hmm.
basically caused due to that drug.
Hmm. So there is a positive D challenge.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Again,
Yeah.
what is the concept of re-challenge? Is the re-challenge
Uh,
positive or negative in this case?
uh, This case is a negative re-challenge.
Because he is not even given that drug. It's not even negative. It is, you would say that it is
Not
not
a
there.
re-challenge also.
Yeah, it is
Yes,
not a
sir.
re-challenge because the patient was never given the drug again. The doctor
Yeah.
did not prescribe it again. Okay, good.
Yes.
And so now we have covered this concept of re-challenge and de-challenge. So individual cases, what are the cases that you need to expedite? What is the expedited requirement? Which cases do
Uh,
you need to expeditedly
for
submit?
the expedited, there are three main criteria for the expedited. When you have a suspected unexpected reaction, you can expedite that first. Then you have a serious unexpected. Then you have expected serious. Then you give second criteria, and non-serious. You uh, cover that and post it to the regulatory authority at the last.
So that means we are looking at the relationship, we are looking at the seriousness, and we are looking at the expectedness. That means, was
Yes,
it known earlier, or is
or
it a
not.
new occurrence, or in terms of nature, or severity, or frequency of that event? So, if suppose the event was very mild in nature in the trials, and now suddenly I am starting to get very severe form of say earlier I was having rashes, but now
Okay.
I have started to observe in almost every other patient, almost second patient that I receive, Steven Johnson syndrome. So will it be a serious case?
Yes, previously we don't know about the Steven Johnson syndrome. It is an unexpected event happened,
Hmm. Yeah.
so it
So
is a
in
serious
terms
case.
of, again, in terms of specificity, earlier what was known was general
Expected, yes.
rashes. Yeah.
That
And now
was
that what we know is it is more specific in
more
nature, it is
specific.
more severe in nature. Yes. So it is severe and also suspected. Very good. Right. And it has to be related. Otherwise, we will not be reporting that. So SUSAR criteria
Yes,
in
sir.
US, Europe has to be met. India, are we
Yes.
following the SUSAR criteria? Just one more minute. Let me admit Preeti and then, yeah, Krishna, just a second.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Hmm. I think she hasn't joined. Yeah. So let's continue. So India, are we required to? I think she's joining in. Preeti, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Preeti, can you please wait for another 2 minutes? I'm just about to get over with Krishna's discussion.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So Preeti, okay. Krishna. So I was
Yes, sir.
asking you, India, is there a requirement to report SUSARs, or what do we report in India?
In India also we report the SUSAR. We follow the Uppsala monitoring and regulatory authorities also.
We are following the Uppsala Monitoring Center assessment, but we are not reporting SUSARs. We are
Okay, sir.
reporting SAEs. Okay,
Okay, sir.
SAEs. And SAE would mean a event. So
Event.
relationship is not mandatory for the authority. Why
Okay.
so? Why they do not want it is because India, there is no reporting culture. People
Yeah.
do not report events, right? So
Yes,
to
sir.
make sure that nothing goes amiss, or a company or a reporter doesn't keep the info to himself thinking that it may not be related. So the authority says, don't worry about the relationship. Still give us anything which is serious and unexpected, even if it is not a reaction. If it's an event, still send it to us.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Clear on this criteria?
Yes, sir.
Again, this is for for trial products. For marketed products, you always have the implied causality. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So it doesn't really matter because in marketed products, you are always saying that it is related. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The reporter, if he is saying, if he is coming to you, giving you a case, that means he is doubting the relationship. Okay. Now, what is a aggregate report?
Sorry, sir, I forgot that.
Okay. What about periodic report? Have you heard of a periodic report?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
The periodic report, we are continuously getting the updates about that report, and we periodically update that safety report to the authorities.
Hmm. Right. So we submit it periodically. Again, aggregate reports are same. Ajit, can you please wait for another 5 minutes? I think more than 5 minutes. It would be 10 minutes because after Krishna, I have the next candidate, right? So please join in after 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Krishna, so I was
Yes, sir.
saying that aggregate reports are again done as per a period. So that is why you call them as periodic reports also. Okay. And you are
Okay, sir.
assessing individual cases in that. Now, I was asking you, so periodic report, what are the types of periodic reports that you can have? US, Europe, do we have any specific format of report? Have you heard of the PBRER?
Yes, sir. Periodic benefit risk evaluation report.
So PBRER is submitted where? Is it in Europe or in US?
So it is in US.
PBRER is Europe. Yes,
Okay,
Krishna?
sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And what about US? US, we have a report called as PADER, Periodic Adverse
Okay,
Drug
sir.
Experience Report.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that again, what is the difference between the two? If somebody asks you, have you read about it?
No, sir.
Go through that. I would
Okay,
advise
sir.
you to read it again. Again,
Yes, sir.
PBRER and PADER differ in durations. In sorry, once again. So they differ in duration. They differ in the timelines.
Okay, sir.
The format is also a bit different. Okay. Uh, sorry, just a moment. Yeah. So I was saying
Yes, sir.
the format is a bit different. Also, the period covered is different, and the timelines for submission are different.
Okay,
So
sir.
read these. These are important. These will be asked for sure when you are entering in the industry. These are
Okay, sir.
important. Again, you are clear with the timelines for individual cases. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes, sir.
fatal and life-threatening cases from trials. What is the timeline to submit?
For within 7 days.
Within 7 days. And for all other
Uh,
serious
for
events.
for the all other serious events, it is the 15 days.
Hmm. Yes. Very good. And for marketed products, it is 15 days.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Market.
Hmm. Okay, good. Good, Krishna. So
Yes,
keep
sir.
up your good work and all the best to you for your future endeavors, right?
Thank you, sir.
And I look forward to having more interaction with you in future. But for now, I would advise you to focus more on the other aspects of pharmacovigilance, like aggregate reports,
Yes, sir.
also signal management. Are you clear on the signal management aspects?
Not much, sir.
Hmm.
I will read that also.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
again, for causality assessment, what are the scales that we use most commonly?
For the causality assessment, we use the WHO scale, then Kassinger scale,
Mhm.
then that imputability scale,
Yes, and most commonly used are again WHO, UMC. You are
WHO
right.
EMC scale.
Yeah, and then which else?
Then this Sweden's the
If you would go through, you would find that Enjo scale is most commonly used. The other
yes, sir.
scale,
Naranjo scale is also.
Naranjo scale. So why Naranjo scale has a disadvantage over WHO? Why we don't use Naranjo scale?
There are 10 questionnaires, and sometimes that at the end of the causality assessment, there is some false report was produced. That was their disadvantage.
Yeah, so one thing is that consistency is there with Naranjo, but the problem is that because these scales will, prevent any difference of opinion clinically, because in WHO criteria we can apply clinical judgment, but in
Yes, sir.
case of Naranjo, these are fixed set of questions for which you are giving answers and scales are given. So you have
Yes, sir.
grading system 1, 2, 0 or -1. So these kind of numbers, scores are given, and then it adds up to a total. So if the total is anywhere more than 5, right? So 1 to 4
Yes, sir.
is again, it says
Probably.
probably related, right?
Yes, sir.
1 to
Yes, sir.
4 is probable. So, but anything above that, that means from 5 onwards,
So above, it is
would
definite.
become related, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is why Naranjo, we cannot really rely, because one thing is there is a question which says that did the event appear immediately after the drug was given? Okay. So that answer, will it be yes or no? Most of the times it will be yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
If I take a medicine and I have a reaction, most of the time it will be yes, right? So then
Yes,
what
sir.
happens is, if it is yes, that means I will have +2 rating. So if it becomes +2, that would mean it becomes yes,
Causally.
possibly, probably related to that event. Yes. Okay. So
Yes,
I
sir.
cannot call it for sure that it is not related. Okay. So that is a
Okay, sir.
problem. It has some biasness in Naranjo, plus it has other criteria. Okay. So all the best, Krishna. Right now, I think
Thank you, sir.
you can log off, right?
Yes. Thank
And
you, sir.
okay, you continue your good work and keep reading the topics.
Okay,
And
sir.
all the best to you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.